Yes, but they like I think exceptional kibble though. So you need some high tier stuff for bigger dinos like Rexes and Gigas and all that other stuff. Speaking of, guys, welcome to a little bonus clip. I'm gonna start throwing these in. Well, not start because I've done it in the past, but I'm going to be throwing these in at least to this next video. I think this is gonna be episode 17. Between episodes of the last one and this one, I mean, you guys know what happened last time with the tames. I explained a bunch of different stuff. Basically, I was over here by the Wyvern Valley. I actually had my Spino on me. I was trying to do some leveling, and as you can see, my eggs. My bird is not over here with me because I needed to run away because there's a Giga. But there's a Giga level 25. Okay. I'm only showing this on video because it's been a minute since I've saw a Giga myself, and I wanted to do this. Last time I saw one, I tamed it. This is a cool Giga because he's got the whole green, he's got the Christmas color scheme. Obviously, that's cool, but Gigas at this point aren't very relevant when we're breeding. So what I thought I'd do is I haven't really done a proper weapon showcase. So I was going to kill him with my shotgun, and we're going to see whether or not I die first or whether or not he's killing me first. So let me throw on the rest of my flat gear. We're going to have ourselves a game of sudden death. Hope you guys enjoy. Hey, buddy. I need to run. Oh, yep. Oh yeah, see, I got the bite debuff from this dude. It's nice that I have all the ammo that I do. Okay, yep. Keep running. Keep running. You just see my health just depleting. How much health does this dude have is the question. I was just passing by this dude and I thought it'd be pretty cool just to... Oh, I don't have the game audio playing through, do I? No, I do not, but I'm not going to change that right this second because if I did, then I'd die. So I hope you guys enjoy just my audio and watching me run from the T-Rex. Obviously the audio and everything will be fixed for when the episode actually starts, but I just thought this would be a fun clip to throw in there. You can take on a Giga, you can handle most things on the map. I can see the blood blotches on him now, so I know I'm doing damage. Like I said, it's a question of who dies first. Thankfully, he's distracted by wild dinos as I'm fighting him. I already have a Giga, guys, so in case people are going to be curious, like, why didn't you tame him? Well, I already have one, and I know, speaking from experience after maxing it to the, getting it to the last level, leveling up it on melee, it's not nearly as strong as our dinos now, so I'm really not concerned with taming it. Holy crap, running. Oh. If I die, then, look at that. I was at 1/3 of my health, and we killed it. Yeah. So 1v1 versus Giga when you're level 110 and you have an ascendant shotgun. Seems to be in your favor. What the heck? And I one-shot a level 130 direwolf. So, okay, what is hitting? Oh, that's a problem. See, I can take a Giga, but I'm not going to try and take an ice elemental. That's not going to be part of the episode. So let me go ahead and get all the meat and everything from this guy. Anything in his inventory that I can take. Giga Heart, I need that for future boss stuff. You guys saw we put our tribute stuff in before. We already had the Giga Hearts because we found 2, but it wasn't me. Wolf actually got those. So, yeah, you guys got to see me take on a Giga. I'm going to go ahead and run back to my bird. He's all the way on the other side over there. I ended up running away from him because, well, I kind of would have gotten knocked off. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the little bonus clip here, and I'll see you guys at the beginning of the actual episode. Hey guys, welcome back to Ark Valguero Survival here. I'm going to call this episode, I think this is episode 17. You guys saw a little intro there where we were fighting a Giga. This is the ways after. We're over here by Isaiah's base. As I said, he dropped off the series just to give some premise to this. So, towards the end, we decided, hey, for those of you that can see the items right there, can you please move your Kincho, your monster dino, so I can show them the... For all of you wondering what is that on top of his base, well, I decided that it would be a great way to go off with a bang if I covered his entire base with C4. and some of his dinos. And press this fun little button right here. So I had some stuff set up, and just before the recording, my AFK, my little friend there, I had some set up over here to watch his dinos die, but no. Some were set off prematurely, and yes, I am saying that in the video, that you fucking did that prematurely, because you did. Wait, I can't place it. For fuck's sakes. How many can I throw down? Oh. So you guys, right now they're looting his base, and they're going to take what they want from it, and then I'm going to pull the trigger. Because Isaiah said he's not coming back for this series. He's pretty adamant on that fact. And I waited a few days. Trust me, I'm not doing this out of the blue. So, yeah, his base is going to go off with a bang. And you're probably wondering what I'm doing. Well, I was able to craft, I think, 266 C4. You can place total, you can see up there in the corner, I can place a total of 150 in one place. And I'm stacking the crap out of this right now, guys. It's just like, just keep going. Just keep going. Just toss it. I think that's enough for his Argentavis, because he's not too crazy. He's only 155. I think 37 C4, is that enough? I hope so. So this has a 2-meter radius on it. I'm gonna make sure. Wait, dude, I think you accidentally set off all the C4 around that. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna need to. I'll just place as much of this as I can. Oh, whatever, it's fine. I'll do a cut. I might have to go make some C4 because of what happened just before I started the recording. I mean, I literally want this entire place to be covered, so might have to cut it to where I can actually do this. Because I thought I had it set up, but apparently not. Because I had it literally all maxed out. A C4 is not expensive, for those that are curious, because I haven't done a whole lot of explosives yet for y'all. At least not in camera. I don't have it learned, but you guys have seen me get the blueprints, so it's not a big deal. Like, legitimately, look at that. Like, this is so cheap to make. This, you see I have cluster bombs. Just so you guys can see what it takes to make these items. I know I've gone over cluster bombs before, but look at that. It's really not that expensive. Hide's super easy. Just killed some of the bronzers that are around. But look at that. It's really not pricey. Now that we're at the point of the game where we all have industrial stuff, like, honestly, crafting all this really wasn't difficult. And as you can see, I got my rocket launcher again. I think I got a bunch of sniper ammo and all that, so we're planning on doing a bunch of stuff. The stream here, but let's see, how many rockets do I have? 31 rockets. Hey man, you still had Smite in your brain. You were spamming buttons on there, so you came back and you were spamming buttons again. I literally had C4 all over his house, and now, I mean, I think the C4 that was on his roof is still there. I'm pretty sure. So, what I might do is I'm going to cut it. Yeah, all the C4, look at this. I literally had his entire base covered. It looks like half of the C4 just decided to disappear. So, I don't think it actually has a despawn time. Most of it just disappeared. So I'm going to cut back in a few minutes, guys, when I have his base covered again. I really wanted this to be a big explosion. Thank you again, AFK. Viewers can all thank him in the chat. Or I said what chat, comments. But I'll be back in just a moment, guys. There might be a little bit of an intermission here, but for the most part, we're back. I went back to my base. As you can see, I have about, I don't know, I had to use about 100 and something around the base that'll let me place. You see all these little lights that are around. I promise, I placed it everywhere. More so than anywhere inside of his base. They're literally everywhere. Around his dinos, storages, everything. Like, this place is going up in smoke. So, got all that's useful. He left his door open, by the way. This was not me. He literally left his door open. And not for us to do this, but he just left it open. Alright. Is this his... He left his his animated raptors over here if you guys want to kill that real fast. It's only level 37. I forgot, he literally left it at the edge of his property. Oh, just so you're aware, before you shoot it, I upped player damage a lot because you complained about it. Shoot him. You did, though. You remarked about it. Remarking and complaining, it's the same difference in the context that you use. Literally just grab this man. You satisfied? You satisfied? Yeah. As you can see, we're all in the same tribe now. I did that because of the boss fight, so we wouldn't kill each other on accident. Because of our dinos, that's kind of the smartest way to handle this. But I literally want to see this place down go in a blaze of glory. Or not necessarily glory, but just in general, just go down. So we're going to do this in 5, 4, 3. I need to be close to it in case you're wondering. I wish I could be farther away. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click! Holy crap! Yeah, I know. I can't even see them all. Holy crap. Yay! My frames are dropping. Alright, now, but back up. I want you to be, like, over here. Because, okay, so just to explain it to people, like I said, he wants to 1v1 the dude's wyvern. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but it'll be pretty funny. Wait, did my dude literally go all the way over here? No, that's AFK's. So, this is his last dino I think that's alive. Because his, did his RG die from that? Yes! I placed enough C4 to kill his RG. I basically placed like a dozen by it. It was a level 170 something, so hey, now I know what C4 can do. On the off chance, this Ankleo, he's not part of the brawl, but I have extra C4, so I kind of want to use it. Give me a second to place this. Oh, I'm placing it under it. Don't move it. Oh, it's, I can throw it directly on it if I have the. I'll just place until I've done 23, and then I'll click it. I have extra C4, guys, so this is just for fun at this point. Actually, you do your 1v1 with the wyvern because I don't want to damage the wyvern before you get that chance. I don't even know if he left his dinos on passive or not, but... Oh, that'll be funny. Alright, guys. His brawl begins in 3, 2, 1. Well... Good match. Apparently, Austin was like right next to one. Yay! These are so fun. I might mess with them again later. God, I like screwing around with that. Actually, let me blow up this wooden cage. Oh wait, he's still in there. I was wondering where he was. I forgot we moved to the cage. Oh man, he'll forever be there. Ding. I mean, hey man, I may still have it. I have 100. I should not have shown that on camera. Yep, I did. Well, that's a problem. So basically, you might want to back away. I'm gonna destroy the sign. I should have shown that on camera. I might cut it. We'll see. Yep. Goodbye. Oh, I killed him. Yeah, I might just cut it. So you guys might see a part cut out, and it'll look really weird. But at the same time, I need to for many reasons, honestly. But this is Isaiah's body. Basically, we pranked him, and he just decided because of that not to get on anymore. He didn't even get on for the prank. I just messaged him and said that he was pranked by somebody in the server. By the way, it was Austin. Screw off. Oh, dude, you can still see his chibi. His chibi's just there. It's glitched, but you can see it. That's funny. He's got a chibi pterodon that will forever be glitched. Well, yeah, because it's a chibi pterodon that will forever be there until he respawns, and he's never going to respawn. So, a glitched chibi will always be here on the map. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and go over to Austin's old base. We're gonna that stuff's gonna despawn, guys. All the smoke. Jeez. Oh no, there's nothing good in there anymore. It's just all the stuff that's left to basically rot. We're gonna fly over here to Austin's old base. We're gonna use the rest of the C4, or at least a good bit of it on there, because I overestimated how much I'd need. But at the same time, I did not expect to have to lose it because of despawning stuff. So you know. That was very cool, though. I did not expect to see that many damage numbers. That was really cool. You sure you're alright with me destroying this? Actually, it's mine. I don't even know if I can destroy it with C4. I'll click 1. It only took the 1 C4, and it literally destroyed everything on the foundation. I'm going to throw 3 C4 on this Triceratops, and we'll see whether or not it's enough to... Yeah, I can't hurt the dino. Oh, yes I can! He just has 70,000 health, and I'm going to need to do that another frickin' 100 times if I'm going to kill him. Yeah, no, I'm good. How about you, Pterodon? How much health do you have? You have 2,000. Perfect. I can use 2 C4 on you, and you'll instantly die. Actually, you have 10 levels. I'll use 1 level in health. Please don't be crazy. 4,000. I'll put all of the levels that you would have had into health, so you have a fighting chance. Oh, I'm beneath your Pterodon, the 148 that you left over by your base, and I'm about to blow it up. I invested all the levels he had on him into health, and I'm about to just... Well, pretty much, yeah. Fire in the hole. Oof. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot to do one very important thing. Everybody go back over to Isaiah's base for just where it used to be. For just a few seconds. It's actually hard to tell where it is now because of... Yeah. Actually, no, it's not because you can see all the stuff. I meant to do this at the very end. Yay. Yeah, it's a good day. By the way, we only took things this far, like we talked about server destruction at the very beginning of the series. We only took it this far because he was adamantly not coming back on. No prank or anything else would ever go as far as to destroy a base and kill dinos. He's just not coming back on, so I felt like it was like it was a good opportunity, and I wasn't gonna waste it. So, some fireworks seemed like they were in order. All right, but. Got that. I actually made tons of cluster bombs as well, just in case I needed it, but no, C4 was way more than enough to destroy his base. But that's what it's like to destroy a full stone base with C4, guys. Way overkill, but it works. What are you doing? Oh. Well, that's the thing. Do you guys want to... Another thing we planned for this episode. Okay, no, let's do the wyverns first. Because that's going to be a whole episode, I promise you. Like, I know Austin can vouch for me on that as well. Like, that whole area is massive. And I'm trying to be as vague as possible while talking about it since I'm recording right now. I'm no spoilers for the next episode, y'all. No spoilers. Although I will say, not for the next episode, but for the following episodes. Oh my goodness. Within the next 3 or 4 episodes, we are going to do the boss fight. Maybe 2 or 3, something like that. We're going to do the boss fight because prep is nearly done. I'll fly over Green Ob so you guys can see. But once again, me and Wolf stayed on, and we put in a lot of time off camera to get some dinos ready and to get prepped. You guys can probably see from my hotbar, I have a fabricated sniper rifle. I found I'd put one away, and we'd also made a bunch of Mastercraft ones for Austin and for Wolf. I'm flying over green. I'll just show them the dinos. Well, we're going to fly over to the Wyvern Ravine, and we're going to grab some eggs. Because now, for the rest of this episode, we're going to be doing Wyverns. And I thought we could each raise a Wyvern. Pick either fire or ice. That'd be pretty fun. I want ice as well. Because Isaiah chose fire, so... Yahweh. Hey, that's super dope, dude. I already have a level 190 Ice Wyvern egg, but I need to try and find an Alpha Wyvern. Because for the people that don't know, there's a reason for this. If you guys actually want to fly over to the Wyvern Ravine, I'll meet you over there. Because I'm showing them our dinos right now. This is the horde of dinos that we both bred and tamed and everything. I showed you guys already how we were doing the rhinos. I think there's 5 rhinos total. I need to name them something different. The one name experiment one was the first one I did off camera when I showed y'all. Basically, these are all second generation dinos, which means I bred parents, and then the two opposite genders that I bred from them that were strong, I bred under them. So I think both the first generation and second generation are all here. They're all really good, by the way. Like I said, I toned down the stats after what you guys saw in the Broodmother video. To where everything's closer to normal. Like I said, this is a boosted server, but it's not so boosted that everything is completely broken. This is just what comes from tamed dinos when you've bred them correctly, and also have good stats on them. Like Tech Dinos, Tech Rexes, not automatically, but a high-level Tech Rex who's bred correctly is going to have stupid stats anyway. You guys already saw that. I'm bringing a few of them kind of as fodder, because I doubt all of them are going to survive. And then we got the rhinos. I think right now we have 9 Rexes. I think all of them are over 300, but most of them are over 330. 2 aren't, I don't think. And then the rest are rhinos who are one's just over 300, and the rest are like 312 and above. Oh no, one's 310. And then we're going to have Austin's Woolly Rhino, which is one that I'd had before the one that I showed you guys, that he'd bred. And then we're going to have Wolf's Argentavis. And then that should be the full roster. I mean, we might literally throw some dinos in just because we can have up to 20 going into a boss fight. No wyverns and nothing... I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Austin, but I think it's no wyverns and nothing like super exciting. Like, I don't think it can be bigger than a T-Rex. I don't think we can bring Gigas. I don't think we can bring Titanosaurs, and I don't think we can bring wyverns. Am I right? You there? Oh, I was talking to Austin. I don't know if he muted himself or not. They can't hear you, man. If you're talking, you can talk. You're not gonna bother me any. I don't even know where he went. Maybe he went AFK. Ha! That's where he gets his name, AFK, because he disappears. What the heck was that? Here, give me just a second, guys. Don't know what the heck happened there, but... Okay. There he is. Did you guys hear me at all? Oh, I basically asked, because while I'm still here, the only dinos... I'll go ahead and fly over to Wyverns and join them. You guys basically got the gist, but... We can't bring Wyverns, Gigas, or Titanosaurs into the boss, right? But everything else under you should be able to bring. Yeah, we don't have to worry about rock drakes on this map, so it's... yeah. So, dinos that fit within the other parameters are allowed in, and T-Rexes and Woolly Rhinos are good options for that. Also, I did not realize how OP Woolly Rhinos were. Our bred Woolly Rhinos are kind of stronger than our Rexes. I did not think that would be a thing, but it is. So, for those curious, because I talked about it several episodes ago about, maybe bringing Woolly Rhinos instead, those 5 Woolly Rhinos could easily take out all 9 of those Tech Rexes. That's how much stronger they are. I was very surprised. Well, no, Ark is not a balanced game in general, so they didn't make it balanced. But I mean, also, for those that don't know how Woolly Rhinos work, because I don't think you guys have seen me ride on one, They basically, I'll show you guys. Maybe not right this second, but I'll show you. They basically have a charge attack, and as you build it up, it does more and more damage. And after you build it up to its peak, which only takes a few seconds, then they hit for like a full charge damage. Just hitting without moving at all, I think they already do close to half a mil or half a mil. And then once they're full charge, they do over 1 million damage. And this is after the debuff. So before the debuff, they would have been running over everything. Like everything, like this server for Dino Attack, I severely lowered Dino Attack and Dino HP from what it was on this server. So, I mean, it's a little boosted because it's not at 1.0, but I mean, it's still relatively low. So these are dinos and stats that you guys can get on your server if it's one that's... Like, this is my personal server, so obviously I can edit it myself, but if it's a online server, then things have probably been forked another way, but especially if it's a PvP server. But Austin would be a much better person to talk about that. Actually, you know what I'll do? As long as you promise to watch your mouth, Austin, I'll let you talk. And I can throw on the audio. It's gonna be tough. Okay, never mind. I will not put you through that. I had Wolf on my last recording because, yeah. What's this? 90. Well, I mean, he's Wolf's ex-military, guys. So I'm sure that was that's built into his persona at this point because you have to watch every action you make, everything you say. Like, it's intense shit. Gosh darn it! I did it without even thinking about it! You are corruption because I've been cussing without meaning to, and it's because I'm talking to you. Well, he's not corruption itself, but it slipped my mind. I can leave that in, but I literally am gonna have to cut everything else. Gosh darn it. For those guys, like it's a really... I'm not used to having to watch myself as much. I promise I'll be better. That's all I can say is I promise I'll be better because I'm trying to be. It's just tough. Well, I'm recording anyway. I can't promise that I'm always going to be like that. But for the YouTube algorithm, I have to be better. Yeah. Mantises are everywhere. I'm going to try and stay up top. Title on, you know, man. Hey, look, the eggs have already respawned. Nice. 155. Dude, these ice wyverns are not happy. Right now, guys, I meant to talk about this. I almost forgot. So there's 3 different ways you can basically raise an ice wyvern. You need wyvern milk, but there's 3 ways to get it. Or 3 ways to raise a wyvern. 1 without and 2 with. First off, to get it, you can either knock out female wyverns and take their milk. That was the thing Isaiah was struggling with, and that's why he made a deal with me, if you guys remember from several episodes ago. He was not happy to do that, but, you know. Basically, what ended up coming out from that is he thought that was his only option, but I found out after reading some stuff online that, you know, no, there's more options than that. This is not something that I thought of myself. I'm not going to pretend that it was. But basically, another way you can do it is by killing an alpha wyvern, which is something that I used to know, but like I said, I hadn't been on Ark so long that I kind of forgotten about it. And then one thing that I didn't know was that if you have a Daedon, and if you're using it to... Well, I don't remember you ever telling me that, but if you have a Daedon, you can use that to heal your dino so that you don't need wyvern milk. And if you have wyvern milk, then you can use that, but if you don't, you can cryopod them and switch it out, because the only time you would need wyvern milk then would be for the imprinting, and you guys have already seen me do it in a video where I've gotten an option I didn't like. I think it was for kibble, and then I threw him out and threw him back out, and I just needed to walk with him. Like, it's the same kind of thing. Like, wyverns are typically more annoying because of the wyvern milk aspect, but it's not like there aren't ways around it. So, we're definitely going to get a wyvern, and we may actually breed one, because you can breed wyverns. Because if we can breed a good wyvern, then that would be pretty cool. It would be Not 95, it'd be 85. You can't go above 190. Oh, I got a 180. No, I mean I have extra ones back in my base if you wanted. I just wanted to see if I could fly in and get an alpha. I have a 180, a 185, a 170, a 190. I don't think I have more than one 190, but I was going to use that one. So if you want any of the others, you're more than welcome. Because I'm probably not going to hatch more than one, at least this episode. Like, I'm trying to do, like, I know I didn't show me raising the T-Rexes. That's because their process is much more tedious. And the next episode that I can, Wolf can vouch for me because he was on the entire time I was doing it. Like, it took hours for me not only to imprint them, but to watch them just mature. Because it's just so slow. Even on a boosted server, like, I was up all night waiting, just waiting. And making sure they had food and stuff. So I wasn't going to record that. Like, it's mind-numbing. So, I mean, I'll record the first Wyvern because Wyverns actually can be raised pretty quickly. They're actually faster than Rexes, if I remember correctly. Like, it's actually, they mature faster at least. So, I'll do that with y'all on camera for the first one, but I may do some past that point off camera. There's only fiber and there's only ice, so there's not going to be a whole lot of variation. Plus, you guys have already saw Isaiah's. If you guys find an alpha wyvern, we can get 50 wyvern milks off of that, and that would be the solution. Or a solution, I should say. Like, that would save us a lot of trouble. If they're not done here in the wyvern cave soon, then I might do a cut, because I'd only be doing a cut just to see if I can fly back over there and see if these wyverns respawn very quickly. Like that wyvern valley going up. If you're going up from the top, I'll fly in there so you guys can see. But if you're going in from the top and I was the only one over there and I'm going down into the lava, by the time I came down from the fire wyvern side and went back to the ice, not only would all the eggs have respawned, but so would have all the ice wyverns. Like, they respawn very quickly. So at least on this server, unlike Ragnarok, because Ragnarok is like, I think they're all in one place, so, I mean, you have to wait a second. But on this server, I haven't had any issues with them respawning, so... there's 2 wyvern spots. Well, either way, I mean, whenever I remember, because it's been like over 2 years, so if I get something wrong, forgive me, but I mean, I honestly can't help it. I just remember it not being that bad. I actually got twin, okay, so for people, I really wish I'd been recording. I just, like I said, I was not going to record the Rexes. But I'll show you guys on that green, actually, I may not remember, so I'll just say it. On my platform, you guys will see them both in the boss fight and on the, at the obelisk. I named 2 dinos Yin and Yang. I think they're my 2 strongest bred dinos. But they were my last ones that I hatched, and they both hatched from 1 egg. They're twins, which means they have identical stats, and one's male and one's female. So if I wanted to, I could literally breed a perfect army from them. I'm not going to, because I'm not going to waste another day breeding, because holy crap do they take a long time to breed and to raise. Not to mention we don't really need any more firepower. At least I don't think so. Although Austin's kind of already told me that with what we have, we're kind of going to steamroll everything. So we'll see. I honestly don't know. I haven't done this boss fight, especially not an alpha, although I'm really getting sidetracked now. He says I'm taking a spiked club to a fist fight. And if that's the case, cool, because if we do end up actually steamrolling it, then I have a fun plan for afterwards. But if we don't steamroll it, and for some reason we just get absolutely steamrolled, then we'll just stay on the server for another few days and figure it out. But we'll see. Because bosses have set stats depending on the difficulty. So as much as we're manipulated and boosted, they're not going to be. And like I said, I lowered everything a lot. So when I keep saying boosted, I mean it's boosted compared to the 1.0 that's the standard for ARC servers. Depending on wherever you're playing, whoever the server's owners are, or whatever they're doing, your server stats probably aren't the same as ours. But the reason I keep using the word boosted is because it's boosted above the standard. That's the only reason. I don't mean boosted as in 10 times damage on everything. Yeah, no. That would be broken. That would be absolutely broken. I kind of want to test that. Yeah. Don't laugh at me. Well, it's like a movie trailer voice. 10 times boosted. Like, come next time on Dragon. No, I can't say that. Never mind, copyright. But you get the point. Oh, I thought you all. Okay, man. I'm so happy you're not playing through my thing. I thought you were about to say GT though, which actually would have been worse. Oh man, I could legitimately go on a whole conversation about that. But as you guys can see, I left my water base here. Everything's running. I got my refrigerator. This is where I moved all my good wyvern eggs to. I got the 180. I mean, that's one way to go out. Okay. I'm gonna try not to be distracted there. I got as you guys saw. I mean, I'll show you guys in my Argentavis later. But I basically got a blueprint for Mastercraft Rick saddles, and I'm keeping 2 extra on me for when we do the boss fight. I mean, they don't weigh a lot, so 40 pounds isn't going to do much to me. So that if anything happens, then I at least have extra saddles. I don't know what would cause them to come off or something in case something happens. I'm just keeping them on me. I don't know. Oh, okay, I'll say that in video. Because I want to be correct when I'm saying these things, but for some of them I don't know, so I'm just telling them what they know. What I know. Yeah, I know, for frick's sake. Alright. I've been up all night, y'all, so it's now with Wolf doing breeding and doing off-camera stuff, and I wanted to get some recording done, so I'm probably not going to get some sleep till way later. But besides the point, I keep going on tangents, and I'm not meaning to. Now that I'm looking at the wyverns. But, oh yeah, he told me only fire wyverns can be alphas. So between fire and ice, I don't know if that's the same for lightning, or if that affects for poison wyverns. Yes, because there's poison wyverns and lightning wyverns as well. They're just not on this map. Yeah, only fire wyverns are alphas, apparently. So, I'm definitely going to need to fly down there and see if I can hunt some. I have a 180 fire wyvern egg and a 175 fire wyvern egg. I have a 190... a 170, a 180, a 155, and a 185 ice wyvern egg. So, if you want, I can take the 190 and you can take my 185. Because I don't have 2 190s, but I have a 190 and a 185. Because if everything goes as I have planned for the rest of this episode, and like I said, I may do a cut because raising the wyvern is going to eat up the majority of the episode after Isaiah's base thing. Searching for the alpha may not take as much time as I'm thinking because I've never actually spent that much time over by the ravine. At least I haven't needed to. Like, there are so many parts of this map that you guys see. Like, I have most of my markers on the right side, and on the left side I don't really have a lot of markers. Like, there's definitely a level of exploration and needed time spent on one side than the other, and I just haven't had any reason to be in the top right corner of the map. Other than to go in a few times, because I was... Wyverns are very cool. Like, I love dragons. Dragons, like, if I had to say my favorite animal mythically is definitely a dragon. My favorite animal regular is definitely a wolf. But, I mean, for dragons, wyverns in this game, if they were a relevant tame that I could use for bosses and everything, I would legitimately probably have shooted for that gun, like, literally shot from that from the very beginning. Because they're really cool. But it's a lot of effort spent on something that you really shouldn't do till the very end, just for the fact that you can't use them in boss fights. And as cool and as neat as they are, I mean, the only thing that we could really use them for that's kind of a boss is the Broodmother, and that's only on this map. I mean, if this were a PvP server or a PvE server where it's like, it's to show off or do something, then obviously, I mean, people may want them for that. But, I mean, for me, I obviously was going to get one eventually. It just wasn't a priority. Let me word it like that. So, you can breathe fire and breathe ice, and it's really cool, but I mean, it doesn't mean they're invincible. I mean, you literally saw his Argentavis literally one-tap that wyvern. Granted, it's a bred Argentavis, and Gijo's frickin' broken, but that's besides the point. Wyverns are not invincible, although they are really cool. And if there's a bred wyvern, because I kind of want to, you guys already heard me, but I kind of want to make like a well-bred wyvern, because that would be the strongest dino on this server, hands down. I have no doubt about it. Maybe not as strong as the wyvern Maybe not as strong as the Woolly Rhino damage-wise, but it would definitely be up there. Dimorphodon. Apparently, according to AFK, Dimorphodon's the strongest. AFK, Austin. The AFK thing is kind of like a meme for Austin, so that's why you guys keep hearing McKay that. Even though you guys, whenever you see him on camera, his name's MDK Blood. Like we keep calling him AFK because this man will say, "Hey guys, I'll be back in a minute," and like it happens several times over the course of like 2 or 3 hours, and he'll be gone for like 20 to 30 minutes at a time. It doesn't happen every session, but it happens more often than not. So AFK is kind of the name he's stuck with till further notice. Until he gets better at that. Not that he can honestly probably help it all the time, but you know. Sulfur blocks, is that what you said? Sulfur nodes, yeah. I'm 99% sure that you use sulfur for like the flamethrower and some other stuff for propellant and all that. Yeah. Ooh, that's a fire wyvern egg. Let me see what you got there. Alright, like I said, I mean, I'm really only interested in tribe shared XP. Okay. One of you is still leveling up. Well, okay then. I'm really only interested in ice wyverns, but I mean, I'm picking up these eggs so that they respawn, just in case either one of you is going for the fire. You can actually get a decent level. Because I know I've said this before in a video, but for those that don't know, for wyvern eggs, you will not find a higher level until they're all picked up. Did one of you leave and come back? Okay. I was like, what the heck? Oh wait, I weigh too much now. Oh no, I don't. I just wasn't going full speed. What is on me that weighs so much? I mean, I know the pterodon just has no carry weight, but I mean, I don't think I weigh. Okay, I weigh 600 pounds. What is weighing me down? Oh, eggs weigh 50 pounds a piece. I get that, but it's also because of all the weapons and everything else I have on me. Like, I literally still have my rocket launcher. And what do you have on you? Anything? Oh, you have stone on you. Why do you have stone? Probably from killing a gacha, honestly. Because from those that don't know, I mean, if you kill a gacha, you get meat, but you also get stone. I really wish pterodons had better carry weight. Just so I can show you guys the saddle, I might fly back to base and grab my RG, just because that way I can do a few laps around in here. I'll be slower, but at least I won't have to stop. Hit me. Pteranodon, okay, I keep saying pterodon. I don't know why. I hadn't heard anybody pronounce it differently, so in my mind it was fine. It's just one of the things I haven't really thought about. I mean, it's pteranodon, pterodon. I mean, it's either one. I would say, I mean, obviously you can say one's right and one's wrong, and it may be, but I mean, to me, I don't think either one's technically incorrect. Technically. Pterodon, pteranodon. Pteranodon is a name, but if I say pterodon, Pteranodon, okay? I will try and stay politically correct for this man because he's coming after me for this. So Pteranodon. Alright. For those that it has bothered, as it has bothered this man, I am sorry for not being politically correct with my dino names. If you would like to correct me, I would ask that you please put it in the comments below. But otherwise, I'm going to, because I read through every comment. So, I mean, if you guys actually are going to correct me in episodes and stuff, it's not going to upset me, and actually, it will help fix this, because if I'm saying something wrong, please let me know. I'm not going to be right about everything. Like I said, I'm very rusty at a lot of aspects of Ark, and dino names, I seriously doubt I'm going to get every single one right. I may have taken what? I mean, that's fine. I was just saying that for, like, in general. Like, if I'm getting something wrong, just, I mean, they can let me know. I mean, I'm not going to be... Like, I took 5 years of Latin, but if I looked at a Latin textbook right now, I'm sure I would have butchered something. Like, I'm not trying to be wrong. It's just I don't know how to say it. It's Wale. Like, yeah, fun fact, I took Latin for a few years. Well, okay, sorry, technically 3 years in high school and 2 semesters in college, but... Holy crap, why are you doing this to me? Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I might die. I might die. Well, that's I'm recording. So, I'm gonna go get my body. I'm gonna cut the recording until I'm back. Well, that's fun, guys. You got to see me die on camera. I'm still listening to you, man. I'm just also going to be talking to them because I cut it back on. So, I don't think I got the egg. Dang. Nice, man. I died up there, by the way, because you guys can see the crap. But apparently my dino survived. I'm the only one that died. Funny enough. But basically, if you're wondering, why did you die? We've seen you go down there before. Well, in case you're curious, I died from the fire from the wyvern because during the last restart that I did, well, how should I word this? I put the player damage or the player's resistance back to normal. So our player resistance was actually lower than or higher than it should have been, and we were receiving less damage than we should have in general. So. I mean, we're still technically stupid strong. I was just getting hit directly by wyvern fire, and that's different. I was already burning up thanks to me wearing all flak. So, I mean, it really didn't help. And I got back down there thanks to some support. He kept my dino safe and everything, so, I mean, I got carried back over there. Here, let's see. Hey, you can laugh. Yeah, I could not do that. I could not do... I mean, for those watching, I've played on PvP servers before, but it is a strong preference that I play in mainly PvE, just because that's my preferred playstyle. Okay, I think I don't know why. Not that I don't know why. I think I do know why. It's because I prefer a more laid-back playstyle. I don't like having to be very serious about this kind of gameplay, because I like to enjoy it. If I'm playing in a PvP server, chances are I'm going to get angry and it's not going to be very fun, just because people are very competitive, and I don't like to be competitive in games that I just strictly want to enjoy. And it's hard to enjoy games when people, especially in a game like this that's a survival game, people will go out of their way to make you miserable. So, and Austin could vouch for me on that, I'm sure. Granted, he's kind of a toxic PvP player, so I mean... You are toxic, though. He says I'm flattering him. Okay. The way that he, even on this world, I showed you his, actually no, I haven't showed you his base because he moved. I'll show you guys that base before the series ends. But he distinctly looks for places that are so far out of place that the only way you would find him is if you knew exactly where it was. And that's smart, but also very toxic. Because at least for me and like Wolf, we're living in natural places that you can actually go to and find. We're living out in the open. This man, no, he literally decided to build and hide in the deepest crevice he could possibly find an aberration, which is already way out of the way. So if this server ever... Harder to reach than what? Toe fungus. Oh, okay. That's... I can't talk about that. They don't know about that yet, but I'll keep... Oh crap, I got the wrong crossbow. See, look at this. All my items are still out of whack. I mean, I sorted through a little bit before I cut the recording back on. I had to drink water basically immediately. Oh, by the way, there's a fun new thing over at Wolfspace, which I'll show you guys that this episode. We're gonna have ourselves a drink here in a bit. You guys will learn what I mean about that in a bit. Yeah, let's see. Did you guys manage to pick up any decent wyverns? I know you haven't been over there in a minute, but I was... Why are you crafting emotes? Hey man, you're good. You mean like events and stuff? Yeah. Hey man. Just mean that it was a good time for you to get back into it. Alright. We're gonna fly back over there this time on our RG, and actually this should be better for us. Not only because my RG has superior weight and I could actually be able to get away now, but I don't believe I should die this time. We'll see. But if I do die again, then we may avoid it for a bit, but I'm probably going to cut it when we get over there, and if I die, I'll cut it back just so you guys can see. I was not expecting that, but now that I know that's a thing, I'm going to have to be a lot more careful. So as you guys can see, it is, even this late in the game, even with what we're doing, even with me having over 7,000 armor now, with my gear, it's still possible for me to die. So going into the boss fight and everything, like, you guys saw me take on the Giga at the very beginning of this episode, but that doesn't mean that I still can't die from stuff on this server. I was able to 1v1 a Giga with a sword and a shotgun, but I can't take down a wyvern that's breathing fire on me. I mean, it's true. Well, you weren't on for that, but Wolf was. I basically found a Giga out on the north side, actually close to the Wyvern Ravine. It was on the same side of the map. I found a Giga, I think it was like level 25, something like that. And I was like, well, I'm not going to tame another one. We have enough Giga Hearts. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to kill it. Because Wolf didn't want it, and I already had one, and honestly, my Giga is pretty weak compared to everything else that I have. So I was like, I'm just going to kill it. And I was able to 1v1 it. He destroyed, or got close to destroying, most of my flak armor. Like, guys, between episodes, I had to spend a lot of resources, and I ended up crafting a different chest piece, a different pair of leggings, and a different pair of gauntlets. You can see my crafting bonus. I'm on those. I'll show you guys blueprints later if you want. These two I ended up finding. I don't have a good blueprint for boots or for a helmet yet, so it'll be a while before I can replace those. But everything else, though, got a bit of an upgrade. Hopefully will help us. That will hopefully help us for the boss fight. I'm sure riot gear would be better, but ascendant flak should be fine. Or I think I'm sure that's hilarious. It was just a little too much. Hearing them and then trying to talk and well, I couldn't even hear myself talk. Like, it was funny, but I couldn't even hear myself talk, much less try to record. How long is the recording? Like, I know I'm being very careful of that, guys, but we're still going to have to raise it, so this episode's probably going to end up being an hour 15, something like that. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut it while I'm still up here and not too close. I mean, you guys can already see the wyverns. I just don't want to die again by trying to pause it while I'm down there. So I'll cut it back if we're able to find an alpha wyvern. If I've done this for like a good 20 to 30 minutes and I can't find one, then yeah, we'll go with plan B, which is get a Daedon and use that. But I'd like to get wyvern milk so we don't need to go through so many hoops, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll cut it back if I find something, but if I don't, then we'll just move forward. See you guys in a snap. No, not that, but the way he was wording. Welcome back, guys. I didn't actually end up finding the alpha wyvern after making several trips, and I've already dropped off a few loads of eggs, but hey, look, got some more. We're actually stopping by over here because I didn't realize it, but he was actually trying to hatch his own wyvern. I'm curious as to how you're going to try and keep him alive, because he's going to die without wyvern milk, but you have a plan. Is it the cryopod it immediately? Until you have wyvern milk? I mean, that's one way to do it. So apparently he's planning to cryopod it immediately after it hatches. I'd imprint on it first, so that it's yours. Look at that, a 180 wyvern. By the way, wyvern, the mature rate's actually going to be relatively quick. Actually, no, I turned it down from what it used to be, so it's a lot slower than it was. Never mind. That actually is about the same rate as Rex's. Maybe Rex's are a tiny bit faster. Never mind. So I was wrong. I think I was wrong about one other thing as well, because you told me about it. Oh, yeah. So apparently, wyverns can only be bred on the Crystal Isles, as far as Austin knows. So I was wrong about that. If I say something wrong, then I'll correct myself later for videos. But in this case, I just want to make sure that's clarified. That's the only map that has it in its coding for the map. And those are his words. So I mean, it's we can still get the wyverns on this map, which honestly that means we could have made an extra episode for breeding wyverns, but I mean, it's fine. Honestly, I have a 190 ice wyvern egg, and I'll be happy with that, leveling that up. And I'll definitely be showing that off before the end of the series against the brood mother or something, because that'll be kind of fun to go in there with wyverns. Let me put that on, just so my hair's not everywhere. I had to take off my armor when I was in there, just because my character was literally burning up, being around the lava. Mr. Max Ascendant Gilly, okay. He's like, oh, I was fine. Gilly. My frames just dropped. My frames dropped so hard. I actually don't know what happened there, but yeah, I just wanted to add that in the video. I mean, I'm gonna do another cut. We'll be back as soon as why though? Why though? Yeah, you better drop me. Actually, wait. Oh dear Lord, please, grappling hook. I might die. I might die. I might die. I might die. Go, go, go. For the sake of content. Alright guys, well, I just learned I'm down here and I'm going to fly out with y'all. I just learned a fair bit of interesting information. Actually, I'm going to pause again and unpause. Give me just a second, guys. Here we are, and we're back. Sorry about the wait, y'all. Basically, what had happened... Oh my goodness. I found out a bit interesting piece of information after like a half hour, 45 of searching. So, basically, alpha wyverns don't spawn on Valguero. Austin didn't remember, and I didn't know. They only spawn on Ragnarok and Scorched Earth. I just looked it up. I thought that they might have... I was like, I haven't found any, and I've killed so many wyverns. I wonder why. Yeah, no, it's because I'm used to playing on Ragnarok, y'all. So for me, like, I was like, okay, that makes sense. I've seen them before. So, I thought if I could find them on there, I could find them on here. You know, I was wrong. So for wyverns, I'm going to try something. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, doesn't. Or no, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And we'll just move forward from there. But I got a good level fire wyvern egg. I got a good level ice wyvern egg. We're going to hatch one of each since we can't breed. And we're going to move forward, because that seems like a pretty darn good episode to me. But one of your audios was cutting out pretty bad there. You guys, are you guys still there? It's your audio. Wolf, you still there? Nah, I think he's not there. I can't hear him. You said the coffee is getting to him? the coffee was getting to him, he'd be wide awake. Probably. Granted, I'm only 1 year younger than you. Probably. I'm all European, so I am good. Oh. No. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard of that being fun, but okay. I would pass on like for and prunes. You ever put laxatives in cookies? That's a fun. I used to have a friend who joked about for our senior year wanting to make laxative cookies. I have no clue if he ever did it, but if he did, that'd be the funniest thing. That's a terrible thing. Viewers, do not follow that example. That is a terrible, terrible thing. Do not ever do that to your friends. You could actually hurt them. But I had a friend who joked about that. That's terrible. Oh, I'm sure. But I will repeat once again to the viewers. I had a friend who talked about that, but that is not something you should ever do. That is not a smart action because people can do lawsuits against you. For the love of everything, do not actually do that. Or don't get the idea that you should do that. Just because something's funny in a premise does not actually mean it's a smart idea. What? It sounds like Latin, but don't know what you're saying. That sounds like Latin. There's a reason that Latin's a dead language. Let me just say that. Having taken the class for as many years as I have, people can comment what they like. I love the culture, and I love the, I can't believe I was actually able to hit that. I love the culture, and I love the mythology, but I mean, the language itself, I mean, it has very valid uses and fields, but actually speaking it, there's a valid reason why it's kind of a dead language, at least in modern day. It has its practical uses, but to actually try and fluently speak Latin is not. Unless you're a scholar in it and actually like major or minor in it, it's not very realistic. Although it does help you with a lot of your majors anyway. I really am going off on a tangent here. If either of you want to see an ice wyvern and a fire wyvern both being born, then come over to my boat. I'm about to hatch a 190 of both. And my offer is still out there for you too, if you care. If you want a high-level ice wyvern egg, because I have plenty. Put on socks. Get a blanket. Bundle up. Okay. He's saying that he's cold in case anybody's curious. Considering where you live, you shouldn't be though. That's comfortable. Nah, 60, I think well, 60 is a comfortable temperature for me. You both talked at the same time and I didn't hear a word, but okay. Hmm. Well, that's because you literally live in the cold. There's a difference there. We don't. Yes, you were. Okay. Yes. Hmm. Well, okay then. I'm not doing that on camera. I'm good. I learned my lesson. Yeah. I can. You know, I did not. I heard your words. My eyes opened up a bit more because I was like, okay, he knows that word. Or knows those words. In Latin. Man, there's gonna be. I have to do so much editing for this episode. Or like, it's a lot more usable. They don't need to hear what you said. There's a reason that I have you, like, you're not playing through. Actually, that looks really cool through the dinos. Yes, I'm protecting anybody that's watching, whether you're a child or an adult, just protecting you, brain, from this. So for those that are curious, to hatch you guys saw the fire wyvern, you basically putting a bunch of campfires, condensing it under it. I think you need between 9 and 12. It just kind of varies. I usually put about 10, but you basically put them together, and that's enough to incubate the fire wyvern egg. For an ice wyvern, if I remember correctly, you basically put it in front of I almost consumed it, a air conditioner, and it'll incubate from there. I'm pretty sure, because it needs to be cold enough. I don't think it's enough. I think I need more. I have more downstairs, don't I? Man, my movement speed's too high. It's so freaking difficult. Where? I also might be in too warm of a location. But basically being in the cold will, the cooler air will do it. Yeah, no, it's not working. I have another solution to this. I'm coming over to your base. Did you destroy all your campfires? Okay, then I can actually hatch both at your house. That works. Because I think I need at least 3 or 4 air conditioners in one place, and you have exactly 3 from what I remember, so I don't need to build a whole area. I can still take care of it relatively quickly. Because you need more than one. I had 1 air conditioner plugged up on each floor, but that's still not enough. Because they have a radius, and I think they need to have a certain amount. It's the same reason why for a fire wyvern egg you need 10 campfires, or roughly that amount, in order to actually incubate it, because it needs to be heated up to however many degrees that is. Basically put it in a similar environment to where it was when it was by lava. So, I mean, if throwing it on fire does the trick. Although keep it in mind, for the ice wyvern, it wouldn't be an issue because an air conditioner wouldn't actually damage a dino. Though you want to be very fast with how fast you turn off the campfires for when dealing with a fire wyvern egg. Because once it hatches, once the baby's actually out of the egg, if it's on the fire, then it'll take damage. So you want to be very careful that you don't actually kill your tame on accident. It's probably happened to somebody somewhere, but just good thoughts to keep in your brain in case you ever decide to do one for yourself and forget about it. Is your wyvern still in a crowd pod? What you could try to do is you could just try putting raw. What I read online, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Austin. This is what I'm going to try, just so the viewers know as well. I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hatch my wyverns, and I read something that said if you put raw meat inside of them, and then the only time you'll have to worry about wyvern milk after that is if they're asking for it for imprinting, and then if they ask for it for an imprint, huh? Yeah, force meat into them to keep their food up. But I mean, it's and if they ask for wyvern milk for imprinting, then all I'd have to do is cryopod them and toss them back out again. And that's also a strat that could work apparently. Although the Daeodon would probably be a bit more efficient, but I'm not about to go tame my one just to do this. If I can do it another way that requires less work. Which it may or may not require less work, but it definitely is a less roundabout way. See, I mean, copyright, so I will not say that, but cool. Like I keep saying copyright, like like it matters to my channel at the moment, but I mean it does. It obviously matters to YouTube, but I mean when you're just establishing a channel, it doesn't really matter. But I'm a kind of person that tries to be careful about everything that he does if he can help it. So it's something I try to do whether or not it's currently going to help me, but just in consideration for the future. I don't know where this channel is going. Whether it grows or not, if you want to join my channel, if you want to like and subscribe, always more than welcome. Always appreciate it, but yeah, I'm not doing that. I actually think of the 16. I think this is going to be episode 17. So out of all the episodes that I've recorded, I've only mentioned liking and subscribing twice. I mean, I don't really throw it in people's faces. I mean, if you enjoy the content, it's always it's always appreciated, always. But I mean, I'm not gonna throw it in your face. Like it's any support to the channel is always gonna help. It always means a lot, but I just don't know how I feel about throwing that. Hey guys, welcome to the next episode. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Blah 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 blah. Like the same spiel every time. I don't know. I might start mentioning it in future series and stuff, but I mean, at least for the moment, when I'm putting out the content that I am for this first one, like when I'm just starting YouTube, I appreciate it, but I'm not going to throw it in your face. Because I want to wait until I'm making content that I actually believe is worth a like and subscribe. This content, I think is great. I'm enjoying the series, but at the same time, while I'm just figuring out the ins and outs of YouTube, I'm not gonna throw it in your face. I mean, I don't think that's fair. But that's just my opinion. The Tapajara. Yes. They're fantastic. Thank you for your help. As I'm literally on fire trying to light all these. I'm losing health. Wait, where'd the egg go? Did you pick it up? I didn't pick it up. You must have. Did it? What? What? The viewers saw that. What? Excuse me? I'm gonna check my inventory one more time. You're literally gonna type an egg. Oh, okay, it's there. I don't know where it was, but it just ghosted out of my inventory. Well, no, it just ghosted out of my inventory, so I had no idea. It was tripping out on me. So it says too cold. Alright, gotta throw it closer to the center. Like, maybe it was there and I didn't see it, but I mean, I literally had tossed it out before I lit all these fires. It's not incubating. It says too cold. Okay. I think they're gonna have to be closer, so I'll make a few, but he's just like, let me see if the ice wyvern works in here. Because it should work in front of these. I'm hoping. Too cold. thought it was supposed to be... Okay, I guess 3 is too much. Okay, so I'll do a cut for when I do the ice wyvern because I can just place another one over my water base then. But for at least for the fire wyvern, I will do that here. That's fine. I know you're going to be putting it back down in a second, and it won't really matter because, I mean, it's just whoever imprints on it. Is that the only place around you have air conditioners? Because I think I need 2, but not 3. 3 was overkill. What happens if I toss the egg out in the open out here? I'm curious. It actually says too cold. Okay, so maybe it does need to be incubated like a normal one. That one still says too cold too. I'm going to pick this one up and I'm going to see how the ice wyvern egg does around all these fires. So the ice wyvern egg, this isn't... So basically I'm going to need to put the campfires literally right under the fire wyvern egg to get it to work, but this is just enough for the ice wyvern egg to do its thing, so I'm grateful for that. For these systems, they're very picky and they're very finicky. So, I mean, as a matter of convenience for y'all, be sure you're very... I mean, it's... Just because you set it up this exact way doesn't mean it'll work for, like, it worked for him, his fire wyvern, but for mine, I'm guessing I'm not throwing it in the exact right place that he'd had his to where it was working, so that's why mine's not working, but I mean, I'm just going to need to place some more campfires. That's really the whole gist of it. But they're really cheap to make. Actually, I don't think I've made a... I did make a campfire in the very beginning of the series. I think I only made one, though. But they are flint, stone, thatch, wood. Very simple, very easy to make. Literally takes like 2 minutes, if that, to get that stuff together. And a ton of it at that, especially since we have a set in tools. Like, do you have any extra campfires? Because if not, I'll go ahead and just break some stuff. Okay. Stone, thatch. There we are. Look at that. We're gonna have more campfires than we could ever use. Like, I know you'd offered, but I actually didn't know if you'd had any on you. 2 more. We'll hope that's enough. What am I low on? Oh, stone. Yeah. Requires me. Oh, I think 2 more is going to be enough, because... I don't even know if a fire wyvern egg could be too hot. Don't know if that's a thing. Wow, lag. Just like with my RNG. Alright, that's fine. Let's put that in there. We're not going to light that one yet, because, I mean, the ice wyvern egg will be too hot if I were to just light them now. As you can see, I only need it to last like 5 minutes. You guys will get to see the ice wyvern, and actually, I shouldn't have to worry about turning the fires off, because it's not going to hatch on the fire. So once it hatches, I'll imprint it, throw it in the cryopod, hatch the fire wyvern. I'm probably not going to work on them this episode because this one I know is already breaking an hour. So once I hatch both of the wyverns and get them put away, that's probably what I'll call it for this one. And then next episode is probably when we'll work on them. And when I say that, alright, well, when I say that, I mean everything as far as finishing imprinting and as far as their whole road to adulthood there. But got another 2 minutes till that's done, then we'll work on the next one. You guys probably heard the dog in the background, but oh, I meant both you and the viewers. Deirdre's a pit bull, so she knows how to make some noise. What are you guys up to? You already have a ton of mistletoe and coal. All you need is a good gotcha, and then you can get a ton of stuff. Or are you waiting until closer to the event's over, and then you're just going to do it all at once? That's what I'm doing too, saving up the last of it. What are you up to, Austin? If he's, like, I wonder if he muted himself or not. We can always just go into an Xbox party. Worse? Okay, well, you know. It was worth a shot. Alright, I'm gonna pause the recording until this is hatched. Alright guys, we're back. I know I missed it hatching. Sorry about that. Here is it in its thing. Baby wyvern. I got a little distracted with something IRL between cuts. And he nearly died. So, yeah. We're going to try the fire wyvern though, and I promise I'll keep my eye on the ball for this one. But let's see if this is actually hot enough. Because if it's not, well then, yeah, that's going to kind of be a problem. Oh, that's not even close enough. Yeah, too cold. I wonder why. It's because it's not even on the fire. You literally got to stand right here. And then do drop. That's too cold. Okay, it's incubating. Good. It's literally in like a circle of fire. What was the thing from Finding Nemo? Ring of Fire. Yes, that's a good song. Literally, I just see smoke surrounding it. So that's about how much fire you need for people that want some kind of idea. Ice wyvern egg? No, not all the way around, but fire wyvern egg, yeah, it literally needs to be engulfed in fire. What was the thing from the Finding Nemo, like the mwaho ha he ha ho ho ho, like what was that? That was it, right? Ha ho ho. Like this looks like one of those moments, like you'd be standing over the smoke and like that'd be one of the things you've been saying. It just looks like one of those moments. I feel like at some point in the server, because of how many pop culture references are in this series, I'm gonna have to like privatize this series on my page. So for those of you that are enjoying the content, enjoy it while you can. Oh yeah, I know Austin's gone, but we're gonna need him back for later. Don't worry though, next episode really just involves me and you anyway. Because it'll involve raising our wyverns and something else. I'm not gonna spoil that. I'm not gonna spoil that because I already said the raising the wyvern thing, but I'm not gonna say the other thing while we're recording. Got 2 minutes left. Well, I don't want to give them spoilers. Give them more reason to click on the next video. Austin kind of called me a cuck because he's just like, you know, that's a bit of a tease, but you know what, it's fine. I am that kind of person. Oh, I'm losing a lot of health. Here, let's take all my flat gear off so I can actually regen. Drink some water from your tap there. I'm gonna stand over here so I can heal. How fast am I healing? Actually, relatively fast. Is Austin back? Sounded like somebody joined. Just kicks him. You can unmute yourself. I mean, I'm recording again, but I mean, they can't hear you. Okay. Basically immediately after this episode, which I'm nearly done. As soon as this fire wyvern finishes hatching. I mean, if you weren't going to be back, we were going to record another one, but we'll do that next. Do you just want to do the thing later then? Wait, you haven't even been up that long. You were literally sleeping before not so long ago. Okay. Yeah, and? I've been up all night and I have more stamina than you. I mean, for ex-military and college student, I guess we shouldn't compare ourselves to you, but okay. And not all, okay, let me be this. Ex-military, it makes sense that Wolf has stamina. For me, not all students have stamina. I just do because I work a lot and I got school. So it's just, it's been built into me to just have a ton of stamina. Or just, I just had enough to deal with it. But anyway. What did you do? Oh, okay. If it happened to IRL, just mute your mic. And if it happened in game, you'll heal. I didn't eat anything yesterday. I haven't eaten anything today. You don't hear me complaining. And for those that are asking, like I'm nothing's wrong with me. I'm not anything like that. I legitimately just didn't eat yesterday because one, I forgot, and two, I wasn't hungry. And then I had some snacks, but I didn't really eat anything. And then okay, I'm used to not eating a lot because of habits, because of college and stuff, and same for the energy thing. I'm used to working a lot in school. Both can go straight to that. But I don't need to go into my own personal life on camera because that doesn't need to ever go there. I like to try and make my videos a place for people to get away from their problems, not go into somebody else's. Think. You're being crowd potted immediately. Holy crap, your food was drained immediately. Alright, so yeah. Frozen baby wyvern egg. I'll toss these both out at my water base because that's where I'm going to keep them both. That way I don't have another situation. Because basically when I was raising all my T-Rexes, I kept them all in front of Wolf's base. And like most of his property was taken up by Rexes. I'm not doing that with wyverns. I'd feel bad. Your base actually is a sanctuary. Look, it's perfect for raising dinos. Well, if it was fenced in, it'd be perfect. But I mean, for the most part, it is because it's on a cliff. So we're gonna fly back to my boat, and then we're gonna end the episode there. I would do a cut so you guys can see both the wyverns, but there's a cryogen cooldown time. And actually, no, I'm not going to throw them out because if I throw them out, I'm immediately going to have to deal with their imprints and all that, and I plan to do that next episode. So, yeah, so we'll fly back to my water base, and we'll start the next episode there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it's been a bit interesting. I think I died 3 times. 2 times off camera, 1 time's on. So that's always great. And yeah, one of them was you, Wolf, and which is fine. That's the first time you killed me, and I know it was on accident. He basically grabbed me with his I'm gonna make sure I say this Pteranodon, so I don't accidentally annoy frickin' Austin, who corrected me earlier. Like I said, I'll try to be as correct as I can, though if you don't correct me, then I'm not going to know how to say it the correct way. So, Pteranodon, or at least I didn't think about correcting myself, but he basically picked me up and didn't realize what I had on my inventory, and I was too heavy for him to carry, so for him to move, he needed to drop me. And I didn't have any parachutes on me. I tried firing a crossbow shot, but it didn't hit the target, so I hit the ground and died. And then the other time was when I was, like I said, I didn't hit record for these because there's really, it was just a lot of me going back to my body. So after the first time, I was just like, yeah, there's no reason for me to throw this in the video, or else it'll just drag on forever. Because I did spend a long time looking for an alpha wyvern before realizing that it just didn't exist. So felt really stupid, but once again, didn't have any information around me that told me otherwise. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little venture. we're gonna try my idea for the wyverns next episode to see if doing just force feeding it with meat and switching it out if it asks for milk. And because of how long the maturation period is, it's going to be a lot of cuts, guys. It's going to be cuts for there's going to be cuts for the maturation. I have no doubt in my mind that there will be. So just like for this, like there's going to be lots of cuts, and there's going to be more cuts because these things are so drawn out. There's just no point in recording it. So I'll do the first few imprints, and then I'm probably going to wait until he reaches adulthood or at least higher percentage in order to go in and actually bother with it. Like, I don't think we're going to get 100% imprint in our wyverns, but at the same time, we really don't need 100% imprint for our wyverns. Just the fact that they're going to be 190 wyverns, so both fire and ice, is kind of going to be OP enough to deal with almost anything on the map. Not as strong as a well-bred dino, because I can't wait to show you guys the boss fight whenever everybody's together for that, but because there's still a little more prep we need to do, but that is going to probably be probably three episodes away-ish from this one. But let's see. We're almost to the boat. Let's see. We landed here. You guys see me? I mean, I'm going to actually throw on all my flat gear again. I don't think I'm going to overheat where I'm at. Nope. It's all good enough. Although I'm going to have to repair it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed our wyvern chase, enjoyed us doing the wyvern hunt, and enjoyed us blowing up Isaiah's base. I know I did. That's probably the highlight of the episode for me, honestly. And I'll see you guys in the next one, as I'm glitched here on my boat. If I can move, you have to... Wolf is saying bye.